Hi everyone, welcome back to your 30 days of hypopressives. I'm Alice, today's day 10 and we're focusing on sculpt today. So as you know, hypopressives is amazing for waist slimming, ab toning. So we're just going to do a few poses today that are really good for that, working through the core, and we're using a ball. If you don't have a ball, don't worry, just do it without. Okay, so the first one, it's quite a challenging one. So we're going to be coming back into a knee drop lunge, but we're also then going to be coming forwards into a knee drop lunge as well. And if you're not like me, if you don't step forward quite enough, you'll just need to pop the other leg back just a tiny bit there. For some modifications for this, you can just come into this position here and then just alternate legs if you prefer. The knee drop lunges are quite hard. Okay, so let's start off with the feet hip distance apart, nice and tall through the top of the head. Ribs are stacked over the pelvis, ball at chest height here. Inhale, exhale. Breathing all the way through your rib cage. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale, squeezing on the ball. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. You're going to step back quite a long way. Bring that knee down, really nice and tall through the top of the head there. And as I said, you can choose an alternative position if you prefer. Keep squeezing on the ball and then inhale, exhale, come up. Okay, so we're going to come forwards this time. Inhale, exhale. One more breath here. Inhale, softening on the ball. Exhale, squeeze. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. So stepping forwards with the other leg. I'm just going to need to step back a little bit there to find the right position. Really nice and tall. And then inhale when you're ready. Okay, we're going to go for the other leg. So inhale, exhale. One more breath here. Exhale, squeeze. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. So stepping back with the left leg, dropping that knee down. Nice and tall through the top of the head. Keep squeezing on the ball. Inhale, exhale when you're ready. And again, we're going to come forwards with the left foot this time. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. And then one more here. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. So stepping forwards. Step back a little bit with that leg. Coming down into the knee drop lunge position there. And when you're ready, inhale, exhale, come up. We are going to come into the 1990 kneeling position. Just pop the ball to one side just for now. So left foot forwards. You've got your knee below your pelvis there, toes tucked up at the back. Asymmetrical arm position here, nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Really nice and tall through the top of the head there. And when you're ready, inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Shoulders down, eyes ahead. Lovely. Inhale when you're ready. Going to switch over. So right foot forwards. And asymmetrical arms again here. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. Nice and tall. Inhale. Switch over the arms. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Really nice and tall. Check your ribs stacked over the pelvis. And then inhale when you're ready. So we are going to come into a little knee hover crawl. So we're basically going to come up like this, and then we're going to crawl forwards once, twice, and then we're going to crawl back once, twice. Okay, so let's have a little go at this. If you want to just do crawling just with your knees on the floor, that's also fine. Okay, so nice big breath in. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs. So we're going to load through the arms and lift, and then we're going to just do this little crawl. So once, twice here. Just going to hold that there. And then we'll do two breaths here and crawl back. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, and then crawling back once, and then coming into the asymmetrical one there. And then bring your knees down. Well done. That's a really tricky one. So we're just going to do the standard, just a little crawl forwards this time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, and then crawling forwards once, twice. Lengthen through the spine there. Face directly facing the floor, and then inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, and then crawling back once, and then back into the symmetrical position there. Nice and long through the top of the head. Okay, lovely. So we're going to come onto the floor, and we're going to stretch out the right leg and have a little bend in the knee there, and then we're going to bring the other leg just so the knee is bent and you've got the dorsiflexion of the ankles there. Okay, so we're going to have with the leg that's long, that hand is going to be down, the other one's going to be up in third position, shoulders heavy on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, draw that heel towards you on the leg that's long. Inhale. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Feel that length through the top of the head. Really nice and long. And then inhale. And exhale, switching the legs over. Draw that heel towards you. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Getting ready to hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs. Lovely, really nice and long through this pose. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Exhale, bring that leg in, push the other leg out. Switch the arms over, 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Get really nice and long through your spine. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Exhale, bring that leg in, push the other leg out, draw that heel towards you. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs here. Lovely. Super. Okay, so we're going to do like the super vacuum pose, which is basically a pose where we're just going to curl the head up just a little bit to open up just a little bit more through the ribs there. So you should never feel that you're losing the vacuum with this. You should feel that when you curl up, you're actually getting a bit more open through the rib cage. So we're just going to do it in this standard position here just to start off with, and then we're going to try a variation which you can do or just stick with this slightly easier one, but it is a hard pose, so you might want to stay with this one to start off with. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And then it's just a very small curl up of the head. And you should feel like there's a little bit more lift and opening through the ribs. It's not that much more, but it is a little bit of a shift. And it does feel nice. If you've come up too far, you'll end up pushing up through the lower part of the belly. So just keep fairly low with the head there. Okay, lovely. So stick with that if you feel a little bit unsure, but if you are confident with this pose already, we're going to come into this position with the leg long. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, and then curling the head up here. Keep those ribs open. Lovely. Hold that for as long as is comfortable. And then we're going to bring that leg down. Push that leg out and then bring the other leg up into the air, coming back onto the floor. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, and then the smallest curl up with the head. Just feel that the ribs are opening just a little bit more there. Lovely. And then inhale. Exhale, bring your head down. We're going to bring the knees in, just have a little rock from side to side. Slowly come over. Well done, everybody. So, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for a day 11. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments, and particularly with that super vacuum pose. Hope you got on okay with that. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.